Hey YouTube, it is ChaCha'z here. How's everybody doing today? Well, I wanted to come up here and talk about something real quick. I wanted to talk about the main reason and the main focus of this channel, my YouTube channel. I'm this is where the Lord has led me to do this, and something that is just really that the Lord has helped me to understand and see, and from my own personal experience, that there are a lot of people, including myself, even very recently, that have been hurt by people that were Christians, part of the church, they're attending church, or they're church members, or they've been hurt by relatives or close friends that have, professed Christianity, or they've gone through some kind of a serious tragedy where they just don't understand why those things have happened, and they end up pulling away from the Lord. And my own experience, I made some bad decisions in life. And then, the people that should have been treating me with love were the people that were not nice to me. And even very recently, I was talking to someone, and another person came into the room, and I just didn't want to have an audience. It was a little uncomfortable to have somebody walk into a conversation, um, at the church, and instead of that person seeing that I was clearly, upset about certain things that I'm dealing with, instead of them really recognizing, there were tears and I had been crying, instead that person made it about themselves and saying, I don't understand why I can't be here. I don't understand why I. And instead of that person really realizing, okay, this isn't about themselves, this is about at that moment that I was talking to another leader in the church about the situations that I'm dealing with, and about why I've made some decisions. And I am and for me, one thing about me is, because I am a single female, I really want to make sure I always do things properly. So if I am talking to a male pastor, if there's not a witness in there, just, to not let my testimony be marred, not let their testimony be marred, then I always try to make sure that I'm a door is wide open so people can walk by and clearly see that everything's being done properly. They're in their chair, I'm across from them sitting down, and they could see that, that we're talking. Just to have that accountability. And or we, even in my church, we actually have a room where people can meet with the other church leaders, and there are cameras in there, so there's accountability. So if anybody ever brought into question, like, oh, well, why were what were you guys doing in that room? Well, there are cameras there. Or you leave the door wide open. That's me. That's who I am. And so when I'm dealing with, when I'm talking to someone, and if it's a male person, then I prefer to either be in a situation where a door is wide open so anybody walking by can see, oh, okay, they're just talking, or at least be in one of the conference or one of the other children's rooms, or one of the conference rooms where there's a camera in there where they could see everything that's going on. And that's just me, and that's to protect my testimony as well as theirs. And unfortunately, somebody had just walked in and just, I wanted to finish my conversation. I didn't need an audience. And just to make a long story short, again, that person just made it about, like, I don't understand why and just was saying hurtful things. I am That person has not come back and apologized. That person hasn't come back and said, hey, I'm sorry. None of that. I'm And whether they do or not, this is what the Lord has shown me from all the people that have hurt me, that has made me want to pull away from the Lord. The Lord showed me, don't blame him, meaning don't blame God, is what he was telling me. Don't blame him for the things that people do. God will deal with those people, but I just need to keep my eyes focused on the Lord, and I know that he is with me. And I am So rather those people ever come back and apologize, rather those people ever make anything right, for me, I'm still going to go to church because the Bible makes it clear not to forsake the assembling of the gathering of the saints as the manner of some is, meaning we need to be in church. And church is really important to me. I look forward to Sundays. I look forward going to church. Um so the point of this ministry and what the Lord has led me is that I understand what other people are feeling because I have been through it. I am right now in the midst of some serious tragedy, serious heartache, serious stuff going on in my life. I mean, I have cried more than people can imagine. Um, but in the midst of it, what the Lord is doing, and He has carried me through this. And this is my goal, is to help you guys see that regardless of what people do, regardless if a person fails you, hurts you, whether they're a member of the church or a relative that's a believer, or you've had a tragedy in your life, I want you to understand that the Lord loves you, and He loves you more than you can imagine. One thing that was profound to me was the Lord really knows me better than I know myself. And that's so true because I can't even begin to count how many strands of hair are on my head. It's impossible. I can't even count how many eyelashes I have on my head. And the Lord made us so uniquely that individually we all have a separate fingerprint. There's no one in this world like us that has a fingerprint just like us. So, with that being said, the Lord loves us so much that He took the time to create each and every one of us uniquely and individually. And it's His breath that we breathe into our lungs. And so, the point of this channel is to show you guys the Lord loves you. Seek Him, whatever people do. Just forgive them, and forgiveness doesn't mean that what they did was right. It releases you from holding on to that bitterness, but it also pleases the Lord, when we forgive, because that's what we should be doing. And I want people, to enjoy the videos when they see the fun stuff that we do. It's also showing you guys that as believers, we can totally have fun. There's a misconception out there that believers don't have fun, and that's just simply not true. As believers, we can have fun, but we do need to stay within the boundaries that the Lord sets for us. And honestly, those boundaries are there to keep us safe. You know, I'm so my goal with this channel is just to reach people like myself, normal people that have been hurt, and hopefully you guys just really come to see that the Lord loves you, and to encourage those that are maybe discouraged. Um and if somebody says or does something hurtful, whether they make it right or not, you just keep your eyes on Jesus, forgive them, and let God deal with them, and you just keep moving forward in your walk with the Lord, and just know that He loves you. But anyways, I hope you all have a good day today or tonight. You know what I mean? Like, just have a great night, have a good day tomorrow, and enjoy your evening, and just know that the Lord loves you. Okay? All right. Well, we'll talk to you guys later, and you all have a great night. All right. Bye bye.